favorite podcast. There are 4 amazing shows I want you to consider for the People's Choice Podcast Awards, the longest-running premier awards event in the podcasting space, open to shows worldwide. You can vote at podcastawards.com and nominate the following shows. Writers and Illustrators of the Future podcast in the categories of education and storyteller drama. This show is based on the world-famous Writers of the Future contest created in 1983 by L. Ron Hubbard and provides writing tips and art advice from contest judges, winners, and industry professionals for writers and artists wanting to take their next step, along with the needed inspiration to keep on going. Next one, The Centralist in the category of politics and news. The Centralist is a much different news and political program. It is not opinion news, it's just the facts so you, the people, can make up your own minds on the different stories reported on. Listen as Joe Montaldo brings to you just the facts from trusted sources. Science and Beyond in the category of science and medicine. Science and Beyond is a true science-based program that explores every aspect of science, from how things work to why we need science. And where science can't explain something, we go beyond to see if we can figure it out on our own how something works. The Outer Realm in the category of society culture. The Outer Realm is a very popular show hosted by Michelle Desrochers and Amelia Pisano, with guests who are well-versed within their respective fields of ufology, paranormal, cryptozoology, and anything else that would be deemed otherworldly. Nothing is off limits in the Outer Realm. Michelle is an international public figure and has spent the last 18 years working in the paranormal. Her co-host Amelia is a remote viewing medium with 9 years experience working in missing children and cold and active murder cases. So go to podcastawards.com to vote for these 4 shows and any others you enjoy listening to. That's podcastawards.com.
Welcome, everyone, to Science and Beyond. I hope everyone's having a great evening. I know from my friends on the East Coast, it's a little late, It's getting a little later, I should say. What is it, about 9, 10 o'clock y'all's time? Well, it's 10 o'clock y'all's time, isn't it? Y'all should be in bed, damn it. Go to bed, people. All you East Coasters go to bed. Everybody central of the country, west, we can stay up for a little while longer. Of course, I'm in the center of the country here, like the other show I host. So it's kind of a nice thing to be in the center. It's just wee early for us, 9 o'clock. It's not even drinking time yet, man. That's what's sad. It's Friday night. Can't even have any booze yet. And, of course, we have John and Emily who are out on the West Coast. And it's barely, 7 o'clock out there. It's not. It's barely almost dinner time. We'll be after dinner time, I guess. Everybody welcome Michelle, Amelia. Everybody welcome. If y'all don't know who Michelle and Amelia is by now, shame on you people. That's all I can say about this. They can shamelessly plug themselves later, but I hope y'all enjoyed the intro, the promo there. As it said, everybody you see here is up for an award. So people, go vote. Look, I'm giving away books for votes, okay? I'm shamelessly bribing people.
You are shameless. That's not even freaking fair.
You want some books, you got to vote.
Yeah,
vote.
Joe's trying to buy your votes.
Start giving up a chair, Michelle. Give up a chair. I'll find something.
I was talking with a friend of mine at work today, and she goes, what award, Jeff, won? I said, no, here. I said, you ain't voted, Jeff? Come here. I took her over to the computer. I said, go right. Click. I see, go all these categories, see all these people. You got to vote for all these shows. She said, I said, yeah, they're all in the network. Go click. And she was funny because it started a little clicker war in the office today. So we picked up probably another 50, 80 votes out of the office building that we were.
That's great.
Yeah, that's shameless. Like I said, that was us shamelessly plugging. So I've been on my customers. One of my customers owns a big pet company down here. And I'm like, look, man, you got to tell all your employees. I said, we're all pet friendly. Go vote. So I'm standing there when the supervisor comes up for all the stores. He said, man, what are you in? Just show us. I get on the keyboard. Thank God I've got it set in one place. I can go find it real quick. I'm like, yeah, look, see right here. Click. I had my business partner voting today because I haven't been out. Nobody's got to see me. I've been busy. So we went from kind of slowly quiet to, oh my God, you're trying to kill me again. In case y'all know, people, I own a construction company, a daytime maintenance / construction company, and we've got a lot of work going on right now. Plus, with the nonstop rain we have now had for almost 90 days. So the West is baking and we're drowning. I gotta say, weather is screwed up. That's all I can say about that.
West Germany is like totally flooding.
Yeah, it's insane right now. I mean, we're used to summertime rain. It rains every afternoon in the summertime here because heats up in the daytime, humidity picks up, it rains, and since we're all surrounded by water, it happens a lot. But this has been something weird. This is 90 days every day it rains, and today it was raining so hard. I was out in New Orleans East today working on a site. I look at the city. All I can see is these big lightning bolts and no city. I mean, it was just completely covered. You couldn't see anything. It was raining. All of a sudden, while we're watching, a weather alert comes on. Torrential rain, flash flooding coming. I'm like, yeah, okay. I think we got the message without you blasting my eardrums out. But
Wow.
it was a very, very surreal kind of thing though, when you look at it, because we're not that far out there from the city. We're probably only 15 or 20 miles, and you can really, really see the city because it's all swamp. So it's nothing out there but swamp, no trees, no buildings, no nothing. So it's a straight run to the city. Hence why Katrina wiped it out. But it's a great view, and usually you sit out there and enjoy watching all the strangeness happen around the city, but not today. Today is the city actually still there? Really? Did it survive? No, I don't think it survived. But it is kind of weird living down here and all that goes on. But I don't know how y'all making out there in the West. I mean, every time I turn on TV, it's like they're baking y'all.
Well, we're right on the water, so it's much cooler by the water by the coast.
That's a plus.
Yeah, where we are, we're up into the 80s, but it's inland where they're setting records almost every day on heat.
80s? What the hell is an 80? I gotta say though, we haven't been like in the high 90s and mid 90s like we usually are, so I can't complain about that because the rain it has been staying 89 to 93 somewhere around there, which is not bad, but it's still 100% humidity all day. It was so funny. We were working in this building, and the guys got the AC kicked down because we're making a mess all over the place. And man, we walk out the door, and it's just like a wave of heat just hits you. You even kind of step back when it hits you, like damn. Because it's just so humid. And I'm not kidding, you're walking from the door to my car, you're not even sweating, you're just drenched.
Wow.
By the time you get back in, everything's wet, so and the air conditioning's freezing. No wonder everybody down here is dying from something or another. But it's an interesting experience. But it's for locals, it's not bad because we're used to it. It's just my friends. I always tell my friends when they want to come, I said, don't come down in the summertime. Oh, it's summer. I said, no. I said, come down when it's freezing where you live, come down here because it is really nice. Mid-60s to low 70s, sunny all the time, not much rain. Great place to come hang out. You can sit on the beach. You can sit in the quarter. It's just nice. But when you come down here, they don't understand. They're going to get sick because you're going to be soaking hot and then freezing cold and then soaking hot and freezing cold. And it's going to be nonstop anytime you get out your car, anytime you do anything. Or like and I always tell them if they're coming down in the middle of their winter, to not get crazy and pack a lot of clothes. It's not going to be that cold down here. You're not going to have to wear a parka or anything like that. You might have to wear a jacket maybe if the sun don't come out, but if it does, it's great. But I've even been talking to some of my sponsors because I had a sponsors meeting 2 days ago, so I even have them out voting. I said, man, be sure to tell your employees, man. I said, here's the link. He said, you're just shameless. I said, yeah, you know how I am, man. Go vote, go vote, go vote. And I'm serious, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening to us tonight, I know quite a few of you are. You don't even have to go over to People's Choice. You just go over to to the UPRN site, www.uprntalkradio.com. Boom, click. All the shows are listed in the right. Click, it'll take you right over the site. Just, and really go through the categories because there's other stuff I voted for in there. I got to be honest. I mean, shows that we're not affiliated with here. There's some pretty interesting stuff in there, and there's a couple of I recognize. So I've actually voted for quite a few people. I voted for everybody in this crew for sure, and then a couple other shows beside that. So go take a look around. You'll be surprised what you see. But I'm going to let Michelle take over for a second because I want to make sure all of our outbound servers are running with it. Plus, I hear some weird, like I hear myself talking, that'll make me crazy for the show is over. But Michelle, the floor is yours.
Okay, well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Science and Beyond. We are broadcasting by the International Public Radio on the United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM and 105.3 FM in New Orleans. And tonight we're going to be talking a little bit more about the podcast People's Choice Awards. And this is sort of a get up close and personal with the host, get to know who we are, get to know what the shows are all about, get to know what we're up to, what we're doing, learn about John and Emily and what they're up to, and Amelia and I, which is really not that much, but anyway, not like John and Emily, but
not that busy.
No, yeah. Well, I don't know about not busy, but it's just not as exciting, I don't think, anyway. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. So everybody get into chat room. Okay, we're simultaneously on Twitch, we're on Twitter, we are on 3 of the network's Facebook pages, we are on International Public Radio, we're on UFO Paranormal YouTube pages. We can see all of your comments. If you need a direct comment right away, please go to UFO Paranormal on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't. And Fearless Leader is back. Let the shenanigans begin. Go.
No, I just wanted to make sure all of our outbound servers were on.
It's just like,
Anytime I start, I got to make sure the servers are on. Because when y'all are all on, I'm not doing anything but sitting there making sure the servers are on. So, but when I'm on, it's a little different because somebody's got to go check the servers. It can be me. But anyway, well, everybody, welcome. I've been hearing a lot of interesting stuff. It was nice to see. What was the other category we're in now? What was it, John? No, I'm telling you, I'm going brain dead.
Choice Awards.
Yeah, not that category. The one the 3 of us are in at the top. It's the very first category.
Adam Curry's People's Choice Award. Is that what it's called?
Yes. You got to say the name because I got lost on it completely. I was like, what? So that's an interesting category in itself. It's nice to see all the shows moving around, and I know a lot of people have voted now. I have no idea where we are, but I know a lot of people have voted. And again, people, you want a book, go vote. Who wrote me that? No, you can't cheat. You can only vote once. I'm sorry. I wish you could go for no, I don't actually. But
no.
I'd rather win. I've already won a few awards this year. And I got a couple more coming in this year. So I like winning on the merits of the show and my craziness. So it's always a good thing. See, John and Emily are very sweet and quiet. These two over here are out of control. I can't wait to see these two, though, at the event. I can just imagine Emily's going to be running around like an insane person.
Well, yeah, I'll be producing the event. So
you'll be running around like...
I'll say hi to you when you arrive. And
see you in a couple days.
Yeah.
I know how that goes. You don't have to say that to me. Oh, I understand it totally. But... you're gonna just have your hands full. Running around and crazy. Then you got to keep an eye on him. That's gonna be a full-time job. See, I'll just quietly sit in the back and mind my own business.
That'll be a first.
It's always a quiet one you need to worry about, John.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
No, but at the awards event, we'll have about 30 different media show up to cover it. So it's the red carpet is just like packed.
Yes, it ought to be a fabulous event. And ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about People's Choice Awards. They're having their awards, and they're giving out their awards in October. These are for people who actually earned them. But you got 2 years worth this year, right?
Yeah, it's the Writers of the Future and the Illustrators of the Future, and normally we have 24 winners each year, 12 writers and then 12 illustrators, and then we publish them all into a book, and the illustrators, get hired to illustrate one of the stories that go in the book. So every year there's 24 winners that fly out, and then we have a big event, and they all go on stage and they accept their awards, and there's a big grand prize winner who gets an additional check, and they all got on signing tours and stuff. This year we have 2 years worth of winners, so it's going to be 48 of them all here.
Insanity.
It's going to be they're here for a week, so they do like a week-long workshop before leading up to the event. So it's just going to be like a very long party.
For everybody else, you'll have to celebrate the last day.
Writer's rave.
She looks like she's having fun. I've seen a couple of videos other than she looks like she's having fun. So.
Oh, I'm sure you are. I'm sure you seem like you do this with a lot of passion. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it.
Yeah, for sure. We it's really rewarding when you because some of these people that enter the contest and come out here and win, they don't really have. It's not the big top people. Then there have to be amateurs to be able to enter the contest. So they don't have the opportunities of like getting in front of big publishers and editors and stuff. So we kind of like take somebody out of the middle of nowhere who just happened to have talent, and they get flown out to Hollywood, and they become like this overnight celebrity and media and the red carpet, and they're getting interviews and lots of cameras in their faces, and they're out doing book signings, and people come and, I think it's like the first night, 500 autographs they do at the big book signing. So it's can be a little. It's
very exciting.
It's super exciting. It's really nice to see. It's really rewarding for us, and their success is our success. So that's really nice.
Yes,
Wow,
and
I think
I
it's
imagine
great.
they're all going to be.
Yeah.
I imagine they're all going to be pumped up. Hey, Leah, Wayne, Michael, Mitchell, Michael, Tommy. Sorry, anyway, I'm not talking
Michael,
anymore.
Dolly, hello.
I'm not talking anymore. I'm just quitting now. Oh,
Leah,
my head.
Wayne.
Yeah,
You
right.
know, unfortunately for Joe today, he was signing big contracts. So his brain's kind of somewhere in the mellow land. It's oh man, if y'all could have been with me today, I would have been. They were like, Jesus, how does this guy get away with this? It's I was besides. It's so funny for me because I get up around 6, and I was in New Orleans for about 7:45. By 9 o'clock, I'd signed 2 contracts. I had 3 jobs running, and I don't even want to tell you what happened after that. It was insanity. But yeah, I like to stay busy. I can, when I die, people, I'm not going to be regretting anything. I'm going to say, well, I was working as hard as I could, nothing to regret.
It's okay. We'll bring you back, Joe. Don't worry.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm scared of.
We'll keep you
We'll bring
grounded,
you
Hush.
back.
Don't
Yeah, I
worry.
come back as a doll or something.
Where are you going? Not so
Yes.
fast.
Not so fast. Yeah.
You better
But
be
listen-
nice to us because we're the ones that can bring you back.
That's a good
Well,
point.
No eternal slumber. No. I kept thinking about it.
I
Like,
know.
shoot.
Y'all can come visit us on International Community Radio too, because I can see it. They can't, but I can actually see it when y'all are typing. I can actually respond to y'all. They can actually probably see it. But you can, any of the 8 venues you want. We're fixing to add 2 more video venues for y'all, so y'all can also contact us. Like for everybody who hits me up on Messenger, that's fine. But I would really like y'all to start using the chat room on the StreamYard feature. Well, we're moving everything there, so it'd be nice if y'all started using it. I'm not even got my email open tonight, so if you're emailing me, you're wasting your time. So the only place you're going to get me tonight is Pal Talk Messenger or in here. So that's where you can locate us tonight. And I will be giving away books, not for votes really, but we will be giving them away later. I'll tell you what, I'll give away this one right here. If you can tell me what show this gentleman right here hosts. All you got to do is write to me. You can do it in the chat. You can do that. If y'all don't know, Shane, first off, this thing called the internet.
I'm starting. I'm going in for that book. No, I'm kidding.
But y'all can hit me up in Messenger or in the chat or any place like that. But first one who does, the very first person who does, I will give y'all the book. So I'll look over there in a few minutes and see who was the first person to chat it in there. I was getting ready to tell you who he was, but now we're going to move on for a minute. Hey, and then we're going to talk about lovely Michelle and Amelia over here from the Outer Realm. They've been kicking butt lately, guys. I mean, their total night this week was kind of rough on us, but still, what about almost 3 million, 2.85 for the 2 shows this week. Last week, 3.5 million. That's impressive by anybody. So yes, and they're fully sponsored on the network, so they're doing well, and hopefully we'll see some larger sponsorship. In case y'all didn't know, we 1077 is going to be disappearing because we're putting up a new tower. And we're going to be crossing 4 states. So the FCC informed me that I have to have a number that crossed all 4 states. So once we identify it, I will bring it out to everybody else. Hopefully the new tower will be up and running under 30 days. We'll be crossing from about Pensacola, Florida, to about Baton Rouge, Louisiana, all the way up to about the mid of Arkansas. So that's the first one we're putting up. We're going to keep it up for a year. If it goes the way we want it, we're going to double that or triple the wattage of that to about 15,000. That will put us from the Atlantic coast all the way to almost Phoenix, up to about Houston or Dallas. DC will be in that realm as well. So much broader audience of camping. So we'll see how it goes. One baby step at a time. But it's time for a new one because the one in New Orleans is way too small for what we're doing these days, especially with our international audience. So I just wanted to open it up. So if any potential advertisers out there, you'll be able to get in contact as well. We'll officially know who that's going to be, and y'all can get out there. But and for all of us, it just means more listeners. It also means more questions and pains in the asses. But still, it's all good for us. It also means some of my hosts will learn how to speak correctly. Nobody in this group, but we do have some we're going to have to work with so they don't get themselves fined. But it will be fully operational probably in less than 30 days. So we'll inform y'all when it is, and all the hosts will be pushing it. And, they'll know what the new numbers are. And y'all will be able to listen to us on Interstate in your radio. You won't have to use – because a good friend – and this is how this all started. I'll tell the story real quick. A friend of mine, she goes, Joe, I'm tired when I get out of the city, I got to go find you on the telephone and hook it up to my car when I could just turn the damn dial. I was like, yeah. I said, do you want to pay for this? It's not exactly cheap. She's like, Joe, I'm telling you, I'm tired of hearing this. And she said, you're inside the city, fine. As long as I'm in the city, I can listen to y'all. I'm having fun showing all of my friends and stuff. Boom, I hit where I live. She's outside of Louisiana. I mean, outside of New Orleans. Whoop, got to switch my phone over to, whatever y'all happen to be on that day. And I was like, well, come on in and just leave your phone set. You don't have to worry about it. You can listen to us walking around on your phone. She said, no, I want to listen in my car. That's how this actually started. So I got with my business partner from a day job who happens to have some land not too far from here. And it's about 30 feet above sea level. So with the new towers and all, we're going to be about 100, 130, 140 feet above sea level. So really we'll get nice coverage. So everybody out there, for potential listeners, potential hosts, and potential advertisers, pay attention. It'll be up and running in less than 30 days. So, and for all the hosts listening tonight, and for the meeting tomorrow for the hosts, you know what that means. You're gonna have to watch your mouth. You don't have to watch your topics. You just have to watch your mouth. We'll still be a topic-free network.
And there's no favoritism. Amelia and I have to be there too. Just saying.
Right. Yeah, they do have to be there.
Wasn't for lack of trying to not be there.
I was just going to say, it's not like
But
we
in all
didn't try to get out of it.
Yes, we
This
did
is
try to
true.
get out of it. But
we
in all
did.
fairness to them, they they won't be one of the ones getting bitched out. So we won't go there. But anyway, Carol, thank you. Yes, Writers of the Future, John Goodwin. Yes, that's his lovely wife next to him, Emily. Yeah, that's why he looks good. She dresses him,
She dresses him nice. I like that.
Hey, I'm serious. You see, when I get dressed good, when I put on a suit, you ready to leave the house, Linda's like, I'm like, get off me, woman. She's like, no, you're not leaving that house looking like that. It's like some form
Lint
of
roller
torture.
comes out.
Yes.
Lint brush. Yeah.
Oh man, she's something else when we're traveling on conferences. Oh my God. I said, man, I'm leaving you home, woman. You driving me crazy. Thank God she's staying home this time. She's like, yeah. I think
See if she's listening. She'll crush
No,
her
I
head
was
from
actually,
flying through the
I was
room.
actually saying what Young was doing. No, I think her and the girls have my stepdaughters have I don't know what they have planned, but it's gonna be
Good
interesting.
for her.
Well, we shouldn't even be on this topic, but just real quick, she goes, I got my flood insurance. I just filed it. I mean, they just paid me for my homeowners, but so they're sending me a check. She's, well, can I just put that in my account and spend it? I was like, why? She said, well, I was like, yeah, I guess. I was not sure what to say. I was like, yeah, sure, babe, whatever you want. We ain't gonna go there. So they must have a big shopping spree planned while I'm going. So
You should be happy she asked.
I
never
asked.
I never ask.
Yeah, she has all my
You're
credit
supposed
cards.
to
She don't have
ask.
that.
I would be grateful for that, and I would probably give her an extra G
Wait,
just
so
for
wait,
that.
to tell you the truth, she's on my account. I'm not on her account. So,
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're not supposed to be on her account. I have my account,
Okay, let's
our
change the
account.
subject here.
my
Let's change
account.
the subject here.
Yes.
Earmuffs.
Like I said, I have
I'm
my
tired. We need to
account.
move
She's
on.
Canadian. She knows the
Our
drill.
account.
She knows how it
We're gonna
works.
get some
And my
husbands
account.
in trouble tonight, so we need to move on.
Make sure my name's in
but-
everybody's beneficiary as well.
Like Cal, send the email to icrodcox.net. Just send me your address and where you want it mailed to, and I'll send it out tomorrow. I got 2 more going out tomorrow, so I'll send this one out when I send it out.
And book
And I
has
hope
been
you
won.
enjoy it. Yeah, it's a great one. No, the new one's not out yet. When it does, I'm sure I'll be promoting it, so you don't have to worry about it. Speaking of that, so I'm not going to say which one of my sponsors. My sponsor calls me today. He goes, Joe, who's that guy, John Goodwin? I'm like, what about it? He said, man, you sure pushed him a lot. I'm like, yeah, what about it? He's like, how much is he paying? I said, nothing. He's like, wait. He said, wait a minute. He said, I pay you a lot of money. He said, Joe, I said, but you don't sponsor none of my shows, dude. I said, you sponsor other people's shows. That's why I advertise it. He's like, well, you sponsor your show? I said, no. I said, I just like what they do. I said, it's one of them things. I said, when you find something that's good, that actually is good for people, and there are good people doing it, you need to let people know about it. And I said, I love your coffee, dude, but come on. It's coffee we're talking about here. I said, no, John and his wife, they do a great job. And I said, him and Emily do a lot of good stuff. And I said, they sold me when I found out that, when you submit, they don't know who you are. They don't know your sex, your color. I mean, not them, but the judges don't. And I mean, come on, people, you just don't find that anywhere. I mean, you're going to win on your merit. Yeah, that might scare a lot of y'all, but some of you pretty people that might scare, but you're going to win on your merit. I mean, that's just, and then plus they offer you a free course to learn how to damn write before you even send it in. I mean, come on. It's funny. I got a letter from a gentleman in Iran the other day. I had to translate it 3 times before I could understand what he was saying. And he was telling me how pleasant it was, and he wanted to find the course. I said, here, I gave him the whole direction how to get there and stuff. And he was like, he's like, it's free. I said, yeah, it's free. I said, they got a blog and a forum on there. You can just go in there. He said, they speak. I said, they don't speak Iranian, I don't think, dude. You're going to have to learn to speak a little English.
Yeah.
I said, you just translate. I said, just learn translation. And I even sent him Google Translate because he was using something that I had no idea what it was saying. It was some kind of weird jibber jabber. And but we worked it out. And real nice guy. I hope he's not a terrorist or something. But he said he's going to be in America. Well, I'm just saying,
I got the face palm right now.
I'm just, I'm like,
I'm having a Hamilton White moment.
Every time
we
we
winners from Iran. We've had 2 Iranian winners.
Yeah, see, that's probably why he found that out. But anyway, he did sound like a really nice guy. Well, he scared me when he told me he was going to Canada first and coming to America. It scared me a little bit. What can I say? No, really, he's a nice guy in all fairness. And he sent me a couple of nice letters. We've corresponded a couple of times. And he said he's going to tell a bunch of other people. But I was like, well, that's fine. I said, word of mouth is always a good thing. And I said, they're easy to find. And I said, I gave him the address and all how to get there. And he's like, okay, well, he wrote me a really nice thank you letter, which kind of freaked me out a little bit. I was like, well, yeah, it's okay. That's good. You don't have to be that thankful. Just doing my job, people. And but it is nice to see people write in. And I was talking with, what's her name? Lena Redwood. Lena, I know you're listening. That's why I use your name. She's in Scotland, we'll say. Look, she got an accent, people. I'm just telling y'all. If y'all ever talk to her, she's got a serious, worse than mine, actually. But we got to talk, and she's a big fan of all the books. She's a big fan. She owns, I think, about 10 of them. And she was saying, well, I heard you were giving them away. I said, yeah, we're going to be giving them away tonight, Friday night. So, Lena, I'm tell you what, because you are such a big fan and you do it, I'll give you this one right here. I already got your address. Okay, well, matter of fact, let's do this right now. Let's take this one and this one and put them down here so we know they're already done. And really, I know you're a big fan of theirs, a big fan of ours, so I appreciate it. And yes, of course, it's free. Don't be scared of it. I'm scared of it because I'm an idiot, but don't be scared of it. I get in about halfway and I stop and start over, get back about 3/4 stop and start over. Sooner or later, I'll get where I want to be on this. But really,
with that course you're talking about, Joe, is that the quality of stories entering in the contest have just gone up an amazing amount. So there's a lot more honorable mentions and that type of recognition that we didn't used to have before, because it's just from those basics you get in a story that you're taught from Orson Scott Card, who's the guy that wrote Ender's Game. You have Tim Powers that wrote On Stranger Tides, which is the one that Johnny Depp made in that movie. And then Dave Farland, who's written multiple of the Star Wars and epic fantasy stories, and he's also the coordinating judge. And then you got the 10 essays from L. Ron Hubbard, which they've all used themselves as well. That just really gets you grounded, not just in writing science fiction or fantasy, but also just any writing at all.
I'm impressed with the course because I'm not going to lie. I got in, I was first couple of things I was looking at and say, okay. So then all of a sudden I got into it where they really start talking about how you lay out a book. It's not even how you lay out the book as much as it is sources to draw from, but not just for the content, for the filler. And what I mean by this, ladies and gentlemen, is, a lot of times when you read a book, there's, I was walking down the street, blah, 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 whatever it may be. That's the part that kills me. That was always the part that killed me. As far as with the knowledge of the thing, I got a lot of knowledge in my head, so that's a lot of stories to put together. But you need that filler in there to make it readable, and that's all I can tell you. And it was killing me. And about the third time I went through the top of this course, about halfway, I guess, it just dawned on me. I was like, well, shit, you dumbass. Excuse my language for all the youngins out there. No, really, that's how I felt. I mean, I couldn't.
Tonight. I'm telling you,
We're having a meeting tomorrow about proper language on the radio.
Joe.
Well,
Just saying,
neither one of them words will get you in trouble.
And being politically correct, because you offended I don't know how many people within 3 minutes.
That's still.
I honestly don't know. 3 minutes. That's a record.
We're gonna have to get you a coin jar.
I'd be rich. I'm gonna do it for Linda and her trip. We're gonna put $1 for every time.
Anyway, but getting back to it, it just dawned on me. It was just like, wow, you're such a goofball, and that's for you ladies, since I don't want to use the other word, but I was just like, it was like an epiphany. Really, it's just one of them things, because when it just hit me, I was like, really, I was thinking, God, how stupid can you be, man?
Politically
I don't know. Whoever put it together, which was Miss Emily, by the way. It was enough. It was enough to get me writing. So to be honest with y'all, now I've actually gotten 62 pages written. 62 pages, little squirrel junior.
I love you, Joe.
I know you do. but I've got actually 62 pages written because
I
I'm
really did write it down.
I know you did. You're ADHD like me.
Because I'm
myself.
squirrely and I'm going to forget tomorrow.
It's
I'm stuck
really,
with both of you.
Yeah, for me to get 62 pages out that is coherent and readable is something else. Now, like I said, I'm never going to show it to anybody, but it is coherent.
Are you going
to submit it?
No, not yet. Maybe next year. I got. What I did is I took a case story, and I decided what I was going to write as kind of a nonfiction. I mean, as a nonfiction kind of thing. Sorry, and when I was putting it together, I was thinking about the events that happened, how they happened, and the way they went, and then I realized I needed to connect this to this to this to this to this, and that's where what I learned from y'all came in really handy. So it made it easier for me to connect it because the information's intense to start off with. So it's going to keep people's attention, but I don't want them like being beat over the head with information or clubbed around. I want it to flow smoothly. Mm-hmm. And really, that's what I got from y'all. So I'll probably rewrite this thing 4 or 5 times. It's going to probably be about 200 pages, 300 pages. But when I'm done, I'll let y'all read it and y'all can critique it. And oh no, people, I can handle criticism. You cannot be in this business and not handle criticism. I'll be honest with y'all. That is part of the business. From time to time, you're going to do stuff or you're going to get into stuff that you're going to get criticized for. And it's just part of the business. Like if you come to this meeting tomorrow, y'all are going to find out what I'm talking about. Because several hosts are actually in trouble. So, John, I would have invited you, but it's nothing you don't already know. And you're not in no trouble, so you don't have to worry about it.
Favoritism.
Wait a minute. They think we're your favorites? Hold on a second. We're at that
you're all dissing the wrong post on this show. On this network.
Well, no, I mean, he's more than welcome to attend, but John's a busy man. It's just Saturday.
I hate kidding.
But no, really.
Did you just say because John's a busy man? I'm kidding, John. I'm kidding. I'm just picking on Joe.
The good-looking people get
we
grace.
tried. So. We tried not to be there.
Yes, they tried really hard too.
But Joe gets in trouble when we're not there.
But really, it's just a lot of stuff going to be going on. I mean, there's a lot of format. Yeah, well, y'all have already been on FM, so it's not as hard. Going to be hard on y'all. John's already got his stuff to wear. He's not going to say nothing crazy or insane or anything like that, so I don't have to worry about him. Other hosts, on the other hand, it's going to be different with. It's not as much about language. It's like people. No, I ain't getting into that tonight, but learn how to dress is all I'm saying tonight. Jeez, man. See, radio was much easier before the invention of video. That's all I can tell y'all. It was much, much easier. Carolyn, yeah, you can go vote. Or you can go vote for the book. So be sure you vote for Outer Realm, Writers of the Future, yes. Science and Beyond, The Centralists, yes. And Chasing Prophecy. Chasing Prophecy is in religion category. The Centralist, no, I don't think it'll win this year.
It is in there because I didn't see it. Chasing Prophecy.
Yeah, I seen it the other day.
Under Pittsburgh Paranormal.
Yeah,
it's
under Pittsburgh Paranormal. Okay,
that's why.
That's what it is. But
and go to the podcastawards.com because he's not telling you that. Podcastawards.com.
Mm-hmm.
Please and thank you.
So do you want me to redo that?
I don't know where they're going. Sorry.
We need to redo that one promo to add that Pittsburgh Paranormal.
Yes, we're gonna do. Well, we need to do like one just saying, hey, guys, it's
sure.
We're what 14 days out now, 12 days out, whatever it is. Yeah. So we're running out of time. Go vote.
So tomorrow we'll record another short one and send it around.
Yeah, because all I do is I run it through the video thing and I'll throw one of the icons on it or something. But because they only accept video on StreamYard for some reason. They don't let you just do audio. I don't know why. Skype does, but StreamYard doesn't. It's kind of weird. But people, really, we're short on time. Get out there and vote. I want y'all to vote. What? What do you mean? I told y'all if I don't win, I'm going to be upset. Y'all want to hear me whine for a whole year? I mean, really? Nobody wants to hear that, myself included. I mean, come on, go vote.
Welcome to our world.
That's right. And I'll be whining at them too. They'll be whining if they don't win either. Yeah. I would be like, man, come on now. No, I'm teasing. No, people. I get put up for a lot of awards every year. We win some, we lose some. That's radio, that's TV, that's all of it. That's just how it is. It's just part of it. It's well, a lot of people get all upset about it when they lose.
Thanks, CC.
I used to play football. We won some, we lose some. You can't get all upset about that.
I got my girlfriend in the chat room writing the website down. We're over the moon to be nominated. Thank you, Dolly.
Yes.
Dolly is actually the bestie of Mr. Preston Dennett that you guys gave an award to.
Yeah.
There we go.
He's going to be
That's
on
his
soon.
bestie. Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
I presented Preston in one of the rooms the other day. I ran into him by accident.
We
It's,
adore him.
Yeah.
That's
He's
all.
a good
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
very laid
coming
back
back.
gentleman, too.
he's such
Yeah,
a nice guy.
He's wonderful. He's
He
been
is.
on the show. He's coming back on the show. He's
Yeah.
just wonderful. You know?
Nice.
It's,
Yeah.
it's but people really and truly, it's easy to find to vote. There's lots of categories to vote in. Go check it out. Get out there and vote. Oh, I'm hoping we get in there every year. Sooner or later, we're going to win. So, John and Em's probably going to be the favorite dish out of the group. So go there and vote. Yeah, go do votes. Oh, what do you mean? I haven't done UFO cover in 2 weeks, but don't worry. I'll be doing it this Wednesday. And guess what I'll be saying? Vote.
Oh, and he'll be on our show Thursday night.
That's
saying,
right. And I'll be saying vote. Yes,
Yeah.
but did you see that alien? Yes, but the alien went and voted. You seen that? Look at that.
Was
So
it a
even the aliens are
gray?
voting for us.
Was it a Nordic? Was
Well,
it a
I do know.
white?
I know 100 Russians are voting for us for sure. Out of a little group I'm in over there, so I know they're going to vote. We have a big listening audience in Russia right now, around 300,000. So
My family's bigger than that, but I can just drop a line. I'm Italian.
I'm telling you, all my owners and
I
friends
have
are
more
getting
than
tired of
100
hearing me.
cousins. Just saying.
You know,
Wow.
we were out at the shooting range the other day because I was testing out Martha. I've only shot her once. So I had Martha out there, tested her out, and the whole shooting range. What are you talking about? Vote? Yeah, you got to go vote. So they thought I'm talking about some political thing.
Oh.
They're getting off. Who we vote for? No, that's not like that, man. Calm down, you bunch of rednecks. I said, here, let me
That's
show you where to go. So
PC
I
times
actually on one of my business cards, I actually put the address on it. I had to get a new order, so on the 100 I got, I actually put where to go vote on it. I put our website on it to go vote, and it says vote. Click here. So now they can go do it. So the guy's like, "What is this?" This is my website now. We're on a radio station. Go vote for us. And I've given all 100 of them out, by the way, too. Well, I gave out 70. My son swiped 25 of them for some reason. I'm not sure why, but anyway, he's giving them out too. But go people. Tell your friends, tell your family. Hey, look, your Chihuahua can vote, okay? If it's got a different IP address, they can vote. I'm just saying.
I can arrange that.
I'm just saying, people.
She's got 2.
I probably have more.
No, I mean 2 dogs.
Oh, 2 dogs. I could count for 2 more.
Ginger,
votes.
if you can get Ghost to vote, I can go for that too. That'd be like the Chicago elections. Go
do
vote,
that
vote,
too,
vote.
Miriam.
Yeah, we can work on that tomorrow if we didn't have a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Well,
This is true.
Then we'd be able to give Joe a few extra votes. But
Have
since we have a meeting,
and a show back to back. Thank you, Joe.
and
I
then,
don't want to put you on the back-to-back
you know
shows,
what's
Michelle, because
funny
it's
is-
4 hours, but you could do a
is-
2-hour
is-
meeting in a 2-hour show.
It's my really, really wealthy friends. They wouldn't vote as soon as I told them. All my other friends are like, well, vote about what? It's like a contest with them to get them to go vote. I'm like, go vote, man.
poor Joe.
I learned how to ignore y'all a long time ago.
I love you so much, Joe.
You know how many women are in my family that I've raised? First off, I was raised by like a half a dozen, and then I raised a half a dozen. So, yes. I tell my stepdaughter, I say no more about women than you do, sweetie. Better back up. She's always like, you know what, you do too. So I'm gonna back up. Oh man, I had a family. It was just strange when I grew up. There was my mom and her 3 sisters, then my aunt and her 3 sisters, and then my niece had 2 sisters. I was like, come on, this is not even fair. And then I had a sister. I was like, oh, Jesus, man. And my sister, she's like, she'd come in my room at 9 o'clock in the morning, calling, hey, but can I sleep with you? I'm like, no. Go get in your bed. No. This was going for like 3 hours. I'd finally give up. Then she'd get in the bed and pee on me. So, the fact that the child made it, she's a brilliant child, probably. And that's why I didn't use her name, because she'd hurt me. She'd fly down here and hurt me bad.
Yeah, I was outnumbered the other way. I was surrounded by
Oh
boys.
man, it was rough. And then I married a wife who had 3 daughters. I was like, oh, what am I doing to myself? And then they all had daughters. Like, oh my god, and I got 3 granddaughters. Gee, okay, I've had enough.
You just and you're getting female dogs. That's the problem.
Yes,
we
and
got
I
a
get-
male dog just so John
So-
feels comfortable.
I can't use the P word, but I'm telling you, I'm surrounded by them. Just so
Yeah.
y'all know. It's no, in all fairness, it's a different understanding for me.
He
my
means
friends-
TK. That's what he
well,
meant.
Yeah.
The
Well, when my friends talk to me about
psychokinesis
like
word.
their girlfriend problems or their wife's friend, he said, well, how do you know so much? I said, trust me, man. You don't want to know what I know. Just trust me. I said, I know things that guys should never know. I'm just saying. There's just things out there that no guy should actually know. Carly, you can't call in yet. They haven't done it yet. No. Oh, galaxypress.com. No, writersofthefuture.com. I'm sorry. Galaxy Press is, if you want to go get a book, one of the pads that we're always talking about, the one I'm always showing off on here that makes everybody mad because I got it. Well, I'm on pause on the pad right now because John sent me another book, so I'm actually reading it. I'm about 80 pages into it now. It's actually been quite interesting. And so I'm reading that, and then when I'm done with that, I'm actually going to be listening to something else he sent me that y'all can't get yet, and so I'm not going to mention it. And then I'll be back on the regular listening on the pad. So yeah, I'm pretty busy, probably till now until I see them. Yes, I'm just pretty busy.
Oh.
No, it's a lot of interesting stuff. Well, you know what? When I do the show this Wednesday, I'll tell you all about the book, and I have read some more. But there's a lot of interesting stuff. There's a lot of interesting quotes in it too, and I'm really getting to know who this gentleman was. So it's I had a completely different idea. So actually, the book's doing me a world of good.
Can I give a little shout out? Can I give a little
Sure.
plug? We got a message from Jamie Lewis, Michelle. He said, love my paranormal nightmare. Great job. He just messaged me. I'm getting all these messages in Messenger, and I'm like, I guess they see this show, right? On
Well,
Facebook.
That's the thing. When
That
we're
was
on
nice.
Facebook,
That's nice.
and I didn't know this.
Very
They
nice.
can
Thank
they can
you.
watch us on Messenger, and it doesn't count on our thing over here. I found that out the other day. I was like, "How are you doing?" He said, "I'm on your Messenger." I said, "You can watch us on Messenger. You don't have to be on Facebook." He said, "I just copied the link and put it in here and opened." I'm like, "Really?" I said, "Well, that's interesting to
I
know
didn't know that.
Nah, I've never done it. Well, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm gonna try it tonight later on with another show and see if it works. I've never even heard of that before. As it, when you're like, oh God, I can't even go there, so I can move on from that. too much, in my head from Wednesday night. Either site. No, like I said,
Joel's got that pretend chat room he's talking
if
to.
you want to go to Writers of Futures, to Galaxy Press, that's where you got to go to buy something. Yes.
It's
Joe
like we're
has
not
his own
here.
chat
Okay.
room, and the rest of
Hey,
us
I
get
can't help it. People love me and they don't love you. That's not my fault,
Get
baby.
them to come here so we can see what they're saying. I read
tell them
out
every
loud.
week.
See,
I'm like,
this,
share it with
this
the
nice
class, man.
gentleman,
We're
this
sitting
nice
here
gentleman
waiting.
put it on Messenger. I read it
See,
out
but
loud.
when I got to read Messenger, I can't even look at you. I got to switch over between screens. Well, I guess
No, I have it on my phone. So
Hold on. I guess I could split it like this. Pull it over there and pull it over there. Pull it over there like that. Now it just looks ugly.
I'm gonna need gin for this meeting tomorrow. I'm just saying.
It's what? Okay, I don't know what that says. That's more jibber jabber. Every now and then, I don't know if it's them or maybe their brain works like mine does, and it's faster than their fingers, and it turns into jibber jabber when you try to write. Oh no! Actually, before we even go there, Jesse, everybody got to learn JoJo Ease. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. If you're on a network, you got to learn JoJo Ease. That's just how it is.
Jesse, can you go to YouTube, please?
It's you know what JoJo Ease is? JoJo Ease is when I'm typing and only like 5 words are coherent, and the rest are like, "What the hell is he saying?"
Oh, I know. We've seen some of that when you advertise everything.
See, the old
What's that say?
It takes a couple of years to learn, but you get used to it. Unfortunately, if I'm in a hurry, especially with the iPhone, it just wants to autocorrect everything into weird words I've never even seen before. I'm like, what the hell are you doing, phone? It's crazy.
I know. Get a new iPhone. Okay, I did that, and it was worse than my old one. Talk to text just blows. Sorry, Apple.
I'm holding on to this crack
Everything I own is an
as
Apple,
long as I
but
can
We'll
because
see how that
oh my
goes.
gosh. We'll never get sponsored by them now, but anyways.
I don't want to be sponsored by
give me
iPhone.
your dang phone because it sucks.
I toss mine.
Yeah, like do something about
Two
the
G's for a
12.
phone. May I please have one that knows how to freaking do talk to text? Come on.
You sent it to me in an email. I'm going to go open a damn email up.
Are they that expensive in the States, the iPhones?
About $1,000 a phone.
Yeah.
I got the last two. I got the last. They gave me 2 for $1 on the iPhone 12. Buy one get one free. So I gave
I always go for the big one too.
I wish I would have the new 12. The 12 I got is I don't even want to say what it is on air, but it's bad. But the Pro is better.
Thank you.
The iPhone Pro is better. I mean, it is a much better phone. For some reason, either that or I just got a bad one. I mean, gets two
Michelle's
bars that you
complaining
never want
about
to
hers.
connect to 5. But
I've
anyway,
had
we're not here to
iPhone
talk
since it
about
was the 3G. Okay,
Yeah, so
I'm
have I.
telling you, this is probably the worst I've ever had.
You
New one.
communist. You're a communist. You're not a Canadian. You're a communist in them iPhones.
What?
Droid,
Did you just say to
droid
me?
is the way to live.
What? Like I'm like seriously over here.
You commie
Coming down
redhead.
3 times. That's it.
You commie
Tomorrow
redhead.
I'm gonna
I
have
gotta
a
get it all
martini,
out before we're
then
back
I'm
to
gonna
business.
flip flop.
And for whoever sent that just popped up on the bottom screen like some weirdness. No, everybody here is going to be on FM. There's no
Pretend
shows.
chat room again.
The only shows that won't be on FM will be syndicated shows because I don't have any control about their language. So no, they'll be informed about it. Well, they've already been informed about it. Actually, we had a syndicated show meeting about 3 to 4 days ago. So yeah, they'll know that if they want to be on the air, that they have to certain guidelines that have to be covered because they're not going to find me. They're going to find y'all. If you use 2 or 3 particular words, it's $25,000. So just know it coming in. Or if you string sentences in a particular way, that could be $25,000. That's only the first offense. The second one's 50. So I hope you hosts are packing some big wallets. It's no, a lot of words are acceptable, but a lot of words are not.
We came from a radio station.
We're fine.
So
There's a few of us
we're
that have
good
been on
kids.
FM.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to go back to a regimented every 15 minutes. This commercial goes out. That commercial. It's nice to
That's
be.
what's going to kill
to have
everybody
that
is the bottom of
discipline.
the hour breaks. That's where the trouble's going to come in at the bottom of the hour breaks.
We'll be
Oh
okay.
my God.
We
We've done that.
took breaks, intros, outros. We're
It's,
so used to it.
Well, somebody had asked me when I was talking to Syndicate, they said, are you going to do the 8-minute break at the beginning and the 20? I said, no. There'll be an opening break, a bottom of the hour break, and top of the hour break. I said,
8 minutes too long. You lose
the
listeners.
2 shows, the 2
Yeah.
hour shows will lose about 20 minutes of airtime. The 1 hour shows will lose about 14 minutes of airtime.
We're okay because we talk straight through, and it's an hour 50, so we're good.
So anyway, that's what all y'all going to be for whoever was wanting to know about that. It's just, certain things y'all got to watch when you're on FM that you just have to watch for. But y'all keep sending me that. It's not even what we're here to talk about tonight. So go vote, damn it.
You shouldn't be speaking that way anyways on podcasts. My personal opinion, if you're on satellite,
I'm going to make an hour video that just says vote, vote, vote.
None
vote,
of us
vote,
are
vote,
named
vote,
Howard
vote, vote,
Stern. Yeah.
I've talked to Howard Stern once, actually twice.
Pretty
He's
sure
a
I'd
super
nickname
nice
Joe
guy.
Howard Stern.
He was weird.
During
he
our
was weird.
shows.
No, I met him in D.C. I was lecturing at a conference. He actually came to the lecture, and I was lecturing in D.C. It was the first time I ever lectured in D.C. And I was looking at the audience, and I was like, "Nah, I just seen this big fuzzy head," and I was like, "No, that's not who I think that is." So after the show, he came up to ask me some questions, and we got to talk, and he was just weird.
He's super nice though.
But
He's
2
very
years
approachable.
later, 2 years later, I was back in DC. I was lecturing. I was actually doing a different kind of lecture, and I was there. And he came in. He's like, "Man, I remember your first lecture was great." He said, "This one." She said, "Man, you really know how to keep people's attention for 2 hours." I said, "Yeah, thank you very much." And he said, "Do you do radio?" And I started laughing. I said, "A little bit." Then he said, "Man, you should really think about doing it full time." But he said I should give up the station and just do radio by myself. And I was like, "Yeah, well, probably so." But I enjoy the company, so it's a little bit different. And all my shows get paid, so I don't have to worry about it. I make money off all 3 of my shows. So I'm a happy camper on that. And pretty soon, some of the other shows on the network might actually be seeing some checks themselves. So FM is more lucrative for everybody involved. Well, FM's more lucrative. And see, like y'all and John, those shows will probably get sponsored because they're well done, they're well put together, and people are going to enjoy them. John, though, will probably end up in the daytime. Y'all probably end up in the nighttime. Is probably what will happen there. But I have no doubt that once we're full-fledged FM again, those will get picked up. The only thing I'm really worried about is I get these letters like, "Are you going to put Rachel Maddow on? Or are you going to put Howard Stern?" I'm like, "No, I'm not going to put none of them people on." Oh, no, not Howard Stern, Sean Hannity. I'm like, "No." I said, "There's not going to be really much politics other than me." I said, "I think we're going to leave that alone." There'll be some news. There'll be 3 or 4 news shows, but they're not going to be. There's a difference between political shows and news shows, and we're not going to be doing opinion news. We might do 1 a week, and we will tell you in big bold letters this is opinion news. But right now we're just doing news. If you were listening to Michael and I, the last 2 Centralists, we were just doing the news, just for what the stories were, just what was going on, and we discussed them in detail. What were COVID numbers like? We got into California's numbers, we got into Canada's numbers, we got into a couple of those. We got into a bunch of stuff. We talked about what was going on. We talked about Afghanistan, what was going on. But they were did like 3 stories we would pull for each one, and we'd go through those 3 stories, and we'd quote the sources a lot of times. So, or you could see the sources if I had them up on video.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different kind of news. It's news that I grew up with, honestly, but it's not the news I can find today. That's why we do it, because really, when I go looking at, I'm not going to mention these stations, but when I start flipping through the big 3 or the big 6, it's I don't know what it is. It's not news though. It's some mirage, or some shit going crazy, and you don't even know. You come away. Actually, I watch most people. They come away angry when they watch it for too long.
Yeah.
They're just angry. So there's shit not going to be angry about, you know, because we're not giving you an opinion, and it's better that way, because you can really, you know, we're giving you the information, figure it out for yourself. You know, we talked about a lot of different things, Taiwan, China, all kind of stuff, and you know, we wanted people just to make up their own minds. We're not even asking you to follow political opinion. We just want you to make up your own mind. And if you got an opinion, you can always write to the station, iCryCox.net. We don't mind. Actually, Emily says she wants all of those. So like she's not busy enough. Y'all send them all to her. She knows the rule when you send me stuff. You know what? It goes out the door. I don't pay no attention to y'all people. Come on now. We'll send them to Emily. We'll send them to Emily, and we'll send them to Amelia. There you go. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I dare anybody listening tonight to complain about any one of them and send them to. I will pay y'all money. I even give you a book. Yeah, because I know none of y'all are going to do it, you bunch of chickens. I can see how many people are logged in right now. So
one thing's been really good, Joe, is since we've been syndicated on your network, it's so much easier now, because the guests that I get really great guests, which I've had all along. But now, by saying what type of numbers they've got, it just makes it's a growing type thing. It's a very positive thing that happens.
And it's nice they can see the archive numbers for themselves.
Yeah.
You don't have to take any of us out of word.
Yeah, we had like, it was great when I had the deputy mission manager for the Mars rover. That was like 2 weeks ago that he was up there.
That was a good interview too.
That was such a fun interview. And then today I just got the president of the Audio Publishers Association, and I do a lot of magazine editors. What's going up, what you're just getting later on tonight or tomorrow, is the editor of The Strand magazine, which is one of the oldest mystery magazines. So I just did a great interview with him. And then I've got another one coming up with the editor of Audiophile magazine, which is the premier magazine for audiobooks. And we're going to talk about the audiobook industry and how that ties in with publishing. So it's really good on this stuff, how it grows more and more. And so it's just it's a self-fulfilling type of a program we've got working with you. It helps it. So more people share this.
Y'all are pulling on the 2 days I'm putting you on right now, which is usually Monday and Sunday. You got to be pulling at least 650 between the 2 shows, and archives are anywhere from 150 to 4. So those are good numbers. What I like about those numbers. Those are good syndicated numbers, and those are good numbers when we get on FM. That's good enough for any advertiser to go, oh shit, I'm going to advertise with this guy or this lady or whoever. You know, it's good, and you're solid. I mean, your shows are consistent. They're solid. They look good. You sound good. You dress good. I mean, you see, that's why you don't have to come to the meeting. But for the rest of y'all listening tonight, y'all have to be there. The rest of y'all have to be there. So that should tell all y'all something, shouldn't it?
WTAF?
No, it's okay. We're happy for you guys. We just really want to.
We are happy for you. We just wanted to have this thing out.
They've been crying about this meeting for a whole week now.
Because we have meetings with you after every show. We're on twice a week.
Yes,
we have the meeting, and then
still,
Saturday we have to sit there.
Y'all got to come tomorrow. See, if y'all was listening,
I'm gonna have the
you want
camera
backup.
zoomed
Is that
in,
really
and I'm gonna,
okay, good.
yeah, and I'm gonna be eating. Just saying.
In all fairness, this crowd will be getting used.
Big plate of pasta
example.
for Joe.
You know, I'm just saying this.
I don't
crowd
even
will
like
get used
pasta.
as an example. You know,
So you need a wingman. Is that what you're saying? You need a wingman
Just back at him.
while you're breaking out your bad news?
No, we just need examples that they can go by. I mean, all these shows, all 4 of these shows we're talking about right here have really good numbers. Everybody dresses nice. Everybody's polite. Nobody's rude. Everybody listens to their guests, except for me. All the rest of y'all do good with that part. Depends what kind of guests I got. Sometimes I can listen. Sometimes I'm like, we're moving on. I've been doing radio for too long sometimes.
Should never
But
talk
really-
about your guest on air. Just saying.
I will tear him up on air, but I'm like, you see what happened on the show the other night.
Face to face
Yeah, we
is
did.
okay. Face to face, I understand.
That
I
was
get your
brutal.
point. I watched it. I got your point. I wouldn't do it, but I got your point.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you should never talk about your guests on the following show
No, that's true too. I don't do that anyway. 'cause-
about other.
Well, I'm gonna
You
tell
should
him- I'm
never
gonna tell him
talk. That's
face-to-face,
to me,
yeah.
that's just taboo.
That's
It's
like
just
what's
wrong.
his name?
Don't burn
Complimentary.
bridges.
Unless
That's
it's
that's like when what's his name
If
started
it's
talking
complimentary,
down to
yes, but I
everybody.
mean in a negative tone. You should not be speaking
No,
about
you
them
don't need
unless,
to talk to him.
especially if you want them back. Just saying, like,
Yeah, well, yeah, but like when I was on Chasing the other day, he was talking down to everybody. And I was like, I just had enough of that, man. I was like, dude,
that was
my
a different
education-
story. You
like,
had to
my
defend
education's
yourself.
twice as long as
Yeah.
you are tall, you little runt. I mean, come
And it
on.
did come out like that. We're just saying.
Yeah,
Like,
it pretty
we were
much
watching.
did too. He was
It's
telling me
true.
something. He told me something about
Shots
he goes,
called.
he goes off. He goes.
Well-
He starts telling me about Werner von Braun. I said, "You do know I've interviewed his secretary 3 times." I said, "So you better be on your money here." I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Yeah, no, he didn't never say that ever." I said, "I think she would have known if he would have." I said, "I'm not saying he didn't know information about what you're talking about." I said, "But he never endorsed it or said anything about it publicly ever." I said, "And if he did, you show me right now. You shut up, buddy." He's like, I was not playing around with him, not even a little bit. I had enough of that. You know, you can talk down to me because I might go off and I might not, depending on how I feel at that day. But don't just do a whole crowd like that. No, that just irritated the hell out of me. I was like, no. I had to be the defending angel, is what that was. Besides, even what the hell he was talking about. It's one of them things. But hey, everybody's
Another
got-
reason to vote for Joe's podcast.
Yes, it's that wasn't even my podcast. That was Chasing Prophecy. Y'all should go give them sympathy votes just for that day. But the show did really well. It's probably their number 1 show. So I think they broke 2 records that night for themselves, both in podcast and in live broadcast. But I don't mind controversy in the network. We can all get heated if they want to, but still got to keep it within certain guidelines. Not much in the way of name calling, because you can tear somebody up without having to really name call them or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it's like when somebody told me something one day and I posted that long paragraph about what I do during a normal day. They were like, "Really? I'm sorry I even said anything to you, man." I said, "Yeah, anybody who wants to come run a day with me, let them give them a try. It's a lot of fun." Hold on, I see something. Let me move this so I can see what these messages are over here. Come here, messenger. Jeffrey. Oh, sorry. That's not even nothing to do with us. he's tipping me from his show earlier for something. Let's see who this is. Kurt. No, I know what you want already. I sent you a check. I got that. We don't have to talk about that. This is a customer stuff. Good people, don't message me on Facebook if you're a customer, unless it's about the topic matter. Really? Yeah, I got your check right here, Kurt. It's sitting in front of me. Oh man. People, it's Friday night. It's
Oh
10
my
o'clock.
God.
That's what it is. They're having a little tipsiness by now. I see what's going on now. I see what's going on.
Thanks, Corinne. At least someone's got my back in chat.
No, I didn't call a little woman. She knows what I call her. I don't have to, she does have big
He actually
feelings,
calls me Boo. He doesn't call me little.
Yes. Or I use the
Yeah.
PA word a lot too.
I don't know what that word is.
Well, I can say it on the air. So
Lost.
PA. First is pain.
Yeah.
You can figure out what the last 3 letters are. Oh no. No, actually, Monday John comes on at 4:00. So y'all can come catch him at 4. He's on for an hour. He runs 4 to 5, and then we take over with Paranormal Talk, and then Horsefly Chronicles follows them, and then Angel Rock follows them, and then Spaced Out Radio follows them. So it's a nice long day of broadcast. Oh hell, I forgot. Ben opens for them for You Heard It Here First. So it's a nice long day of broadcast and lots of shows to choose from, a lot of different types of shows to choose from. So be sure to listen, but be sure to vote. Yes, vote. Like y'all didn't do in the last election, vote. I'm just kidding. Everybody writes that. That was just a joke, people. I know like 160 million people voted. I don't need to be told that. But really, go vote. And then Amelia and Michelle are on Wednesday and Thursday, so they come on 8 to 10 both nights. You can catch them out. They follow me on Wednesday, so I usually have them riled up by the time they get on. And then on Thursday they follow Michael Angley, who does Red Pill News, so y'all can come check him out as well. He didn't make it in a cut this time, but he's got 2 good shows. Both of them do about 500,000, 550,000 listeners. So I'll be sure to come check him out. He's in love with Amelia, by the way. Oh, did I say that on the air? Shucks, doggone it.
Gosh.
Y'all too, John and Emily. This guy is like 6'5", 6'6", 300 pounds. He can rest his elbow on Amelia.
5'3".
5'3". Sorry.
Without my heels. Without my heels. With my heels, I'm 5'9".
When I'm wearing my boots, I'm 6'2".
5'9" without my heels.
Yeah, I know. But when I have my heels, I can actually see you eye to eye. But if I'm wearing running shoes, I'm like under Michelle's shoulder. Like, it's crazy. Anyways.
Let's see. That's the cable green people. We don't need to know what they're saying. Richard Smith. Richard, how you doing tonight? Oh, you're the one who always hits me with the wave on mine. Yeah, hey, how you doing, man? Oh, you want a book? Oh, I don't know about just giving you one. That's 3 of them back. I don't know about that. Yeah, I know you wave to me every day, but I don't know. Did you vote? Did you vote? No, don't point to say you didn't vote. So come back when you vote. We'll talk about it. No, I'm going to give one more away before we leave tonight. That's for sure. And probably about a half hour. Yeah, about a quarter till the hour. I'm going to give one away. I'm going to give this one away. I'm not giving this one away to last. And then when they get the new ones out in a couple of months, I'll have those out. I'm going to buy 6 or 7 of them and put them out so y'all can get them. Oh, no, when these are gone, before that, I'm going to get the next set down. I think it's the next set down. I got to go look and see. But whatever the next set they had on sale, I'm going to pick up those, and I'm going to give those away, too.
Can I say something?
No.
I love to hear what you have to say, Amelia. What do you have to say, Amelia?
Thank you. I was just gonna say that you two gentlemen are the best dressed hosts on the network.
Thank you.
You're really sharp looking.
We like looking good.
Emily looks great too, and so does Michelle. But
Yeah,
they always look great.
Yeah, y'all always look great.
But I
Emily
love that
always
you
looks
have the
great.
ties and the shirts on. It's very nice.
Yes.
Every time I see Emily, she looks good. Every time I see y'all look good. That should be a
you.
lesson to all the hosts that are listening tonight. Okay.
See, now we don't have to be there tomorrow. We just did
No,
it.
and guys, you don't have to wear ties, but I would appreciate it. You don't have to though. It's not a requirement.
I'll wear a tie to the meeting.
Who we got here?
That'll get me booted from everybody's list.
Okay,
for sure.
SUMAILAAMINU. I can't even pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. Anyway, I'm reading what you said, yes, and I thank you for using Google because I can actually understand what you said. Yes, no, John's on every Monday. And Sunday, though, I don't always play him at the same time. What do you mean? Oh, no, you can't get it. I'm sorry. Grey Zone, I'm sorry. No, y'all can only listen to it. There's one episode available that already broke 500,000 plays. It was up for less than a week. It broke 500,000 plays. Well, Michelle, they're pay for listen, so you can catch them free on Saturday from 5 to 7.
That show hits 3 million live listeners a night at the worst time spot of the week.
Honestly, we picked this slot thinking nobody was going to listen to it. That's why we could do it on pay-per-view. It's like y'all are cheap because y'all want to come listen to it on Saturday. Spend the $5, people go listen to the damn show.
That's like a fence number. What?
Yeah, that wasn't even expensive. I was going to be. But really, it's on every. You'd have to ask Michelle what the topic is for this week. She's in charge of that. Yes. No, she does all the research. I'm not even lying. I always give her total credit. She makes me look good every Saturday. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. She does the research. She sends it to me in nice, clean packages with the pictures. It flows really nice in the thing. Y'all get to watch it. You can't see the script part, but you can see the videos and stuff like that. And it's easy for me to keep up with what's going on. I can just look down and see, and then I can squirrel out.
You guys too.
I can go squirrely on this, squirrely on that, squirrely on this. But we have a lot of good conversations.
That's a sign of a brilliant mind. I told you that. High IQ.
Well, I do have a high
ADD.
IQ.
Just saying.
I'm not going to say what it is. I want to be bragging tonight because people get mad when I say I am a Mensa member, though, in case you want to check. A long time member. Mm-hmm. But anyway,
what do you want me bragging?
That's bragging. But I'm not gonna say what the actual number is. I would be like, oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
Notice how the Canadian in Emily has rubbed off on John. We're gonna see if the three of us can rub off on you.
No, I'm out of control. Anyway, Ben says all 3 ladies are very attractive and very well mannered and very drill dressed. Yes, they are. They much appreciate you saying that.
Thank you.
And what is your question for them? Since you're not even going to talk about John and I, we just to the curve.
Sharp dressed men.
Yes, they're all 3 Canadian. Oh, you know what?
That's
I don't
the
know if I can do that. Hold on.
bonus
I don't think I can do it. You know what? If you go to the Facebook page itself, though, it'll scroll into the chat. Yeah, so you're in my Messenger right now. Yeah, no, you're in Messenger.
My
So
Messenger's flashing like crazy. Please go to YouTube.
So you can go to YouTube now. If you go to anything but the new one, it's going to be harder for them to see. But if you go to the new one, you can go there. Well, pretty soon we're going to switch the international over from the other one because the UP word is a bad word for advertisers. And when you use the UFO paranormal, that's why we changed names originally way back about 12 years ago, because it's easier for us to get a lot higher caliber guests without using those words. Yes, we still own it, and we still do use it as part of the network, but it's part of the network. It's not the network anymore. United Public and International Public is the actual network. Yeah, that's who we really are. That's how we dress the shows. That's how our shows are out. That's why we get such a wide variety of shows these days. Yeah, but yeah, you can pop into any of the chats. We're on 5 Facebook pages, totaling more than 500,000 listeners there. So pop in there and hang out and say hi. Yeah, well, you don't have to do it right now, but just practice getting there, okay? Derek Edwards, where do I know that name from? Oh, it's just a thumbs up anyway.
Joel's like on his own.
Hey, I'm sorry. When I open the message up, it's staying like this long.
People know not to message me on messengers. I don't answer anybody.
I'm not.
I get 100+ messages a day.
I
You
can't
can
be
humanly
rude to
keep up
people
with
like that. Like these people want a legit answer.
I made
see
the
Chris
mistake
Carr
of
down there.
reading
Hey,
one.
Chris, how you doing? I just seen Chris Carr's name up there. He's on Saturdays. Y'all catch him on Saturdays. So I forgot what time he's on, but y'all catch him. He's syndicated, guys. Yeah, he does Bigfoot and the Bunny. Mm-hmm. He's the bunny and she's the Bigfoot. Just in case y'all wanted to know. I just thought I'd help y'all out with anybody answer.
Where's your scratch pad, Amelia?
GalaxyPress.com.
What did I missed that one? I tuned
This and the
out.
host.
Yeah.
Hosts.
William Bucci, Buechi.
I got a long list, Joe. I'm just saying that might be a
wants to
long
know
meeting.
where he can get books at. I told him. See, y'all messing me up. GalaxyPress.com. Go click it. Yeah, you want to buy me
Galaxy
something?
Press
Yeah.
for the book, and it's Writers of the Future for the contest and the workshop and the online course.
Yes. And actually, you know what? I was going to do that last week and I forgot. I'm glad you reminded me about that, Denise. I'll do that tomorrow during the meeting. You'll give me something else to do while I'm griping at people. Yeah, I was going to use the B word again, but I decided not to. Well, no, there is a link for them on the site, but it's not. It's going to be moved over and up and where the green part of the station is up there. And when you first open the page, it's going to be up there on the left side. Yeah, I'm going to put both their links up there, yeah, just to drive more traffic around.
How do I get in touch with Linda?
Send her money. That'll get her right you back.
Okay. I'm going to pay her to disconnect that imaginary chat room.
She wishes.
Just saying
Let me
right
tell you
now,
what.
I
She
can,
used to be
I can
part of this
e-transfer
imaginary
that
chat
right
room.
now. She can get herself a nice pair of
Let me tell you
Louboutins
what.
to turn that thing off.
She used to be part of this imaginary chat room, and they used to gang up me all the damn time.
We need her back.
Thank God the oldies are all relaxed now and doing other stuff. Because the support group is where the chat room started from, and it's been like that all the time. But you never know. Some days it's dead. There's like 2 people in Pal Talk. Some days it's 10. Some days it's 50. You just never know what's going to be in it. And it's a strain on most people's computers for some reason. But you have complete control over it when you're in it. You can be an admin. You can block people. You can add videos. You can watch TV. And you can do all kinds of stuff. It's just a lot of times they want to get confrontational because they come out of the political rooms and then they'll pop into that room. They want to be all confrontational, for lack of a better word. If they spend too much time in like Lord Vu's room, who's a political room, or any of the political chat rooms, there's about 10 of them on there, they get bounced out of my room a lot. That's all I can tell you. I get bounced out. No, Emily just gave you the links, and we'll give them again in a little while. Just go over there. That's all you got to do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, speaking of writing, so writing.
That was great.
When we did our podcast interview, Amelia and Michelle, that was a lot of fun. One of the things, because I sent you the book Fear.
Yes,
it was excellent.
Talk about that. Joe, have you read the book Fear? The story Fear?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you're missing out.
It's a good one.
A really good story.
That's one you want to do also for Halloween, because that's,
Yeah.
with Michelle, you had some of the best things to say about it, but it's just that's one of the
She
things.
got to read it.
What's that?
She got to read it all. Yeah, I happened to get the email so late, though. I'm sorry about
No,
that.
I did because
Yeah.
I couldn't put it down. Like I just let it keep going
She's
while I
a
was doing
research
things, and
nut.
it was excellent. Not what I expected.
Yeah.
In
And
the end, I was like,
What just happened? Yeah.
basically, yeah, without giving it away, because I'd like people. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it.
that's fear, and that's one that like Stephen King and Ray Bradbury and
Larry Niven.
Larry Niven, and even up here, one of our awards events there with
That's such an impressive room. Seriously.
Isaac
I've never
Asimov talked about. Yeah, Isaac talked about it was one of his best stories, Fear. But that's why we're so excited about doing this stuff with this online workshop and obviously the podcast, because it encourages writers, it encourages people to let their create roll. It's like it's important because there's not a whole lot of encouragement that happens out there. You do something and maybe if Joe would have been encouraged as a younger lad with his writing, he would have already be a.
That's called ADHD is what the problem is. I had, it's funny when you said that because I had all classical up here. I went to all private schools. It was required that we attended the opera and the ballet. We had to do one classic book a week. It was required the whole time.
That's culture.
I hated reading it then. It's like, I didn't want to read. I wanted to go chase girls or something. But I had to read it.
You had no problem with the ballet, Joe?
Yeah, he had his little slippers on and his little tight pants chasing the girls around.
You know what else was good?
Those shoes are painful.
They brought us to rock concerts too. They weren't prudes about it. So we'd go to ballet, we'd go to opera, and we'd go to a rock concert like once a month. So they actually was a really good education. I don't want to hate them because they're a really good school. And there was Britannia was one of the private schools I attended, and they definitely believed in the arts and the cultures.
Which is good. But you don't have that anymore. It's the thing that you got because it was private, but so much in public schools now you don't have that.
Yeah.
It's even all the more important with what we have with this program, because wherever you're listening to this on this show right now, whatever country you're in right now, it's free to enter. So you don't have to mail anything in. You can upload straight onto the writersofthefuture.com website. You can upload your story, your art, and submit. No fee and stuff like that. So we've got winners the last few years from Iran, from Turkey, from Australia, from South Africa. We had, what was it, Nigeria? Nigeria. We've got Vietnam. There's Portugal and South Korea. I mean, we've got winners from just all, as well as obviously Canada, the United States, and UK, of course. But
I don't know why you let them get
everybody to be able to do that. So everybody's got an equal chance to do this. And what's really great also is with the art, the writing's got to be in English. So, and we even have our forum that people can join, and you'll find other people help you, even if you don't write English as your primary language. We've had, I think, 5 English second language winners over the years, where the people in the forum will help them. They'll help them translation, how to deal with idioms and stuff like that, which are foreign to a foreigner. But the art, you don't have to speak a language. It's just art. So on that, and what's good about it, because we have all types of art forms now, which will actually win, because the art from Iran is very different than Turkey, is very different than Vietnam, is very different than UK, US, Canada, South Africa. It's all, art centric to that particular locale. And as long as it tells the story, which is what it is for illustration, and it's creative and it's original, you have just as much of a chance in wherever you're coming from. So that's something that's really great about this, and it encourages just the arts, period, which is why we're so excited about this.
Do you take collections of short stories as well, of books that have been self-published, like printed?
Well, what it is if somebody's had a story that they've published, as long as it didn't sell over 5,000 copies paid, then they can enter it to Writers of the Future.
Okay.
But we
have a friend
we can follow our own anthology with stuff, and people can. We have a lot of entries, So it's. But the thing on it is if a person keeps on entering, they start writing more, and if they're writing more, they get better and better and better. And
I understand that. Yeah, I have a friend who's in the chat room, Corinne Champagne, who wrote a book called That Moment, and it's a collection of short stories, and it's just phenomenal. And she's of course Canadian in
All
Vancouver,
right.
in BC. But
Is there any Americans
collection
left anymore? What the hell's going on? Not
There
a
we
good word,
go.
John.
No, not really anymore. You married a
Well,
Canadian, so you're
fine,
kind of
yeah.
Canadian now. But
Okay.
we've adopted you. You've got a passport.
Yeah.
Okay,
But,
good. Thank you.
Mhm.
But yeah.
The other thing, though, is all the winners, if we publish them, they keep the rights to their story, so they can also publish it elsewhere.
That is an amazing point, and I think that's important for
The
them.
whole thing is amazing. I just
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Joseph, you're an American
Joseph
too.
says,
Thumbs
I'm
up,
American.
man.
Chat room.
Oh, so there's just no American women left. Okay, I see what the problem
Yeah,
is.
well, you know,
I see what the problem is.
that's why everybody's like branching out into Canada. Right?
Uh,
There you
Worked
go.
for me.
That's right. There you go.
Lily
Oh,
writes
And
in.
you did awesome.
Emily, once the heat wave is over, I'm gonna send you from Michelle and I a giant Canadian care package for you. Once the heat wave's over, yes. I really meant it when I sent that email, but we would really like to know what you absolutely
Lots of, she'll make you
missed.
fat.
Because
Anthony.
I'll
You
make
gotta
sure
watch
that
it.
you get that in there. But I have some ideas
Ooh.
already.
Joe is so
Gonna
bitter
surprise
about his
you, but
care
if there's
package,
something-
apparently.
Joe
I'm
loves
still
his care
working.
packages,
I'm
but if
still
there's
working off the last chocolate she sent me. Jesus.
Well, that was for Linda. What do you mean last
Oh.
chocolate I sent you?
Well, you know, when it
I
lays
could have
around the
sworn
house,
the card
it
read
gets eaten.
Linda loved Michelle and Amelia. I could have sworn it said Linda. You took
It
the whole
did.
bag. That was all you
No,
got.
I gave it to her, but just ate it afterwards.
Gave
But
you
anyway.
a coffee crisp.
Oh, that will definitely be in there. Don't worry. But if there's anything that you can think of between now, it'll be about September, so the temperature's cooler. Even my UPS driver's like, "You're not sending chocolate now, are you?" I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. When he picks up, because last time I sent Joe was spices.
Oh,
Montreal
wow.
steak spice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been using
Do you
it a lot,
miss it?
too.
Do you miss Swiss Chalet, Emily?
Oh man, I missed a lot of things.
I
Yeah.
can send you the sauce.
Really?
In the yeah.
I-
The powder. Are you kidding me?
I don't
sent it
know
to
how
Joe.
long. There's so many things I haven't had in a very long time. I remember.
Give me a list. I
Yeah.
don't mind.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm serious. I mean it.
I need some
Tell
real
them I
maple
put
syrup.
it.
But they
Yeah.
out there in America,
Maple
what they pass
Real maple
syrup is
syrup.
scary.
It's corn syrup.
Yeah.
I know. I had it at a hotel once, and I was just like, and it's listed as maple. I'm like, no, it's not.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, y'all had no real
Keep me on
American
the
maple
East
syrup
Coast.
then.
No.
We get the stuff tapped out the tree, man. They don't even do nothing
Yeah,
to
what
it.
do we do here?
They get
Jesus.
it. You gotta know who to
You
talk
put it
to.
on the snow, and then
My
it-
daughter lived in
freaks out.
Australia for a while. She goes, "You realize we have nothing ranch here?" I'm like, "What?" She goes, "They have nothing ranch, like ranch style
Is ranch a
dressings or
Canadian
Well, they
ranch
need to
flavor?
flavors."
make
No,
it.
it's
They could be millionaires.
I was sending care packages. I want ranch everything. Oh,
Aussies
and
are weird.
clamato juice for Caesars. We have no clamato juice.
Oh,
I'm like,
ew.
I got a lot of Aussie friends, but they're all weird, man. Aussies. Just
well, they don't have any cool stuff. Sorry to the Aussies. You got to try some of our cool stuff.
I've
But
been
yeah,
watching an Instant Hotel in Australia. I gotta say, it's. I might have to move there as cheap as the prices are. They get these big, huge places, $500 a night. I'm thinking they wouldn't even let you in a place like that down here for $500 a night. It'd be like more like $2,500 a night minimum. Lily wrote in though, and she said everybody is very good. Maybe we should put a warning up here. Too hot to view. Oh, you're talking about the men. Okay, I got you, Lee. Thank you, babe. I got you, babe. We got you. We got you.
wow.
Thomas M.F. Wait, oh, okay. I didn't realize that's your name. I said I didn't want to get stuff. Thomas writes in. He said, "I've enjoyed this conversation."
from
He said, I'm
Montreal.
going to vote for everybody
Hello, Stefan.
and keep up the good work." Well, yeah, we'll try. Oh
Bonsoir,
yeah, I seen that one.
Montreal.
Right now. That's a Stephanie.
That's Stéphane Baudin. So you
Yeah,
have to be
Yeah, I've
French.
seen the little
You're
hyphen.
in New Orleans. You should be able
I
to
just
pronounce
noticed
that.
a little hyphen over there just now. Give me a break. First,
You
I thought
wanna
it was a
send me
spot on my
that
computer
sausage?
screen. I thought
Isn't it Boudin?
It is Boudin.
Well,
This is
that's
Boudin.
his last name.
Boudin is
Stéphane
good
Baudin.
But Boudin is like more
Boudin,
mulattoes
though.
than anything else. It just depends who you get it from. It's either really, really good or really, really nasty. It's kind of like crawfish. They're either really good or really bad. A lot of weird foods down here. A lot of weird pronunciations. I tell people, you got a place called Thibodeau. Right?
Joe's
Got a
French
place
is
called-
bad.
You got a place called Thibodeau, Louisiana. Louisiana, right? Yeah, you ought to see y'all out of foreigners come down here and try to say Thibodeau. Oh, it's 30. Man, I've heard more names for this place. I said, no, it's Thibodeau. And they're like, how do you get that out of there? I said, it's French. It's Thibodeau. That's how you say it. It's like Laplace and Laplace. We call it Laplace. Everybody else calls it Laplace.
It's Laplace.
It is Laplace.
Laplace.
Laplace instead of Laplace. Every you know.
Laplace. That's French.
But we
Laplace.
also call the French Quarter the Vieux Carré. So if you don't want to look, as soon as you know somebody who's not from here, oh man, I'm going to French Quarter. Really? Okay, have fun. We know you're not from around because everybody local calls it the Vieux Carré. That's just what it's called. That's what it means. Well, you know.
Well, it's like
the French are retards anyway because Baton Rouge means.
Where's your notepad?
I mean, come on. Did he not know how to phrase things, man? Should have been Rouge Baton.
I can't tell you how long this is. Like, look at this. That falls under PC, though. That falls under politically incorrect.
You see, I own the place, so I get away with it.
I'm sticking with our 4 categories. So.
Okay, hello, India.
Mitchell Duquesne writes in. Where are you from, Mitchell? Oh, the UK. Well, what part of UK? London. Where you at?
It's 5 hours ahead, regardless.
So wait, let me get this right. So it's like 3 a.m. where you are. You're sitting in a pub and y'all are all listening to us. Hey, well, look, hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah, hello.
And the wee hours in the morning.
It's 20 to 6 there.
Who?
It's morning.
Oh, I know who you are. Oh, yes, I apologize. I didn't recognize it when you typed. Yeah, I'm not gonna say your real name, but yeah, no, I know who you are now. We used to have a guy who used to come work the support group with us from England. And he used to hang out in the pubs while he was doing it. Yeah, no, I'd love to go pub hopping in England. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd have a blast.
That would be easy. There's about 10 of them on every block.
That's what I'm saying. I'd love to. Well, no, I've heard about some really good ones of it, and not just that. I would like to from a contract. I would really enjoy the aesthetics of the place because some of the places are really beautiful. They're well put together, a lot of wood in them, well polished stuff. Hey, look, I'm off it. Hey, you want to pay for my airplane? I'll be over there tomorrow.
We get that one person from India that said that, saying hello from India. We've got a lot of people who have been taking this online writing course in India. We have one girl, Bhagashree, who's she just won the Diana Award, which is one that's presented from Princess Diana. That goes to young adults that are doing things to make a change for the better for the world. She just won that, and she's one of the major promoters throughout all of India for the Writers of the Future.
Congratulations on that. Hello, India.
It's nice to see the awards going around.
I want to go to Dubai.
Oh, yeah.
I heard. No, you don't want to go to Dubai.
Yeah, I do. I want to sit on the beach all day.
You don't want to go to Dubai.
I do.
You don't want to go to Dubai, trust me. You're a female.
Do.
I'm telling you, as a female, you do not want to go to Dubai.
No, I just stay at the resort and stay on the beach, like Sex and the City. Didn't you watch that movie?
You don't want to stay there. Trust me.
I want that hotel suite.
My how can I say this politically correct? My nephew and his husband spend a lot of time in Dubai, and they bring along their staff, which is female, and none of them want to go back. The guys do, but the girls never do.
That's because you shouldn't be going into the city without an escort, and you have to respect their culture and their country. But I just want a beach. That's all I'm saying. The fact that I haven't been away since 2018 is driving me crazy.
They don't even look. You need to go to Sugar Sand White Beach, is where it's nice and soft.
I'm not coming into the USA. We see your numbers. Just saying. Coming in there. We're finally down to 100 a day.
Oh, girl, what are you talking about? We're down like 6 a day where I live. Yeah, you can come down here and hang out anytime you want.
Yeah, I don't have any.
No, there is no substance to this random conversations.
Yeah, no, there's no.
We're just chit chat. But wait, Dex, let me explain why. Vote.
Imaginary chat room again.
Okay, vote. No, he's talking about the guy in the room right here, Dex. Vote.
Yes. Tonight is just discussing the People's Choice Awards and
all
the
podcast
awards and
Michelle,
the shows, and it's a special edition.
Why don't you tell them what we do, Michelle? Well, we still have time.
No, well, the Outer Realm is just, we talk about everything. Basically anything that's deemed to be, like I say, out of this world. We interview people at the top of their fields and whatever that may be, whether that be ancient history, extraterrestrials, ufology, paranormal, cryptozoology, you name it, we talk about it. So that's what the show is about. And what we actually do is just a whole other show by itself. So
we're just talking about
it really is.
You might want to bring
we all got shows in there, so we want you to go vote.
Yeah, and then in our show that we do, the Writers of the Future podcast, just going along the same line that Michelle was just talking about there, just as an overview, we interview guests from all types of aspects of publishing and writing and illustration and art, and then the support activities of it. I had media. I've interviewed media hosts on how to do short interviews, how to do newspaper interviews. I had a publicist on recently. Is it important to have a publicist? I had the person that teaches the master's program at Johns Hopkins University about biotechnology. So talk about science fiction biotechnology. We had the person, like I mentioned earlier in the show here, that's the deputy manager of for JPL and NASA on the Mars rover right now. And we talked about the whole mission getting up there and what it was like when the helicopter first flew. But we also go into like what makes a good science fiction story with like Mars or something like that, and what is kind of like not so good. I had a Western historian on talk because there's a lot of stuff in science fiction Westerns. So we talked about what's correct data and what's not correct data on doing Westerns research for science fiction. And then I've had the publisher of Tor Publishing House. I've had him on as a guest. I've had the publisher of Bain Books. We've had the editor-in-chief of several magazines talking about the different genres, but they also talk then about, what works and what doesn't work in genre fiction. So we just we're up to 134 episodes now, and we do one a week. And the whole thing on it is to be able to help and provide those tips and inspiration for aspiring writers and artists, or just get some good data more data that you don't know about publishing. That would be great to know, or about art and illustration. The guy that created all the artwork for Dungeons and Dragons and Larry Elmore, he's one of the shows there. So we've just got lots of stuff that we do, just trying to really help the aspiring writer and artist to be able to make it and get that encouragement to not give up and keep on going, because you don't get it very much otherwise.
No, not at all. It's a fantastic program.
Yeah, and that's what this podcast is about. So that's why we're in the category of education as well as storyteller drama. So we're in both categories there for this show.
And Joe has one where he talks about to a fake chat room.
Yeah, right now I'm actually trying to find out which one of these questions I want to ask y'all. Carol Mack did say women power, yay. I don't know what the hell that meant. She put that footstep in there. I'm not sure what she meant by that, but hey, it was in there, so I'll mention it. Actually, what I'm looking for right now is John's archive from last week. Man, I forget how many archives.
That's right, Jack. Writing publishing.
Yeah, I forget how many archives we posted. Oh, there it is, right there. That's
There's a lot of shows on the network.
65,000, yeah. That archive is at 300. Yeah, let me post it up here.
He's asking, saw UFO in the title. It said there's a lot of shows on UFOs. The network is full of amazing shows, amazing archives. You could check out all of our archives, John and Emily's, and mine, and Amelia and Joe, The Outer Realm, and Joe's got a few. He's got the Centralists. You've got Science and Beyond. You've got UFO Undercover. There you go.
See, that's one John and I were just talking about just now.
That's the one with, Mars rover. Yeah.
So just so y'all can see it for yourselves, 365,000 plays. It's just over a week old now. Or no, it's not even a week old now, is it? No, it's not even a week.
Not even yet.
No.
Not even a week. So it's go check it out, see what you got. Enjoy the archive. It's got a couple hundred likes on it, so go see what's up with it. And listen to it for yourself. It's a good archive. It's a good show, I should say. Go check it out. Daniel Grant Wilkes. Where do I know that name from? I know that name. Oh, well, maybe because you're on my chat. Hey, half you people I don't actually know just because you're on my Facebook page. And this is my private Facebook page. Shame on me. Hey, Joseph, how you doing, man? Hey, Leah, how you doing, sweetie? See, Leah and Joseph found out how to get over here. Y'all can find out too. See, some of y'all can find out. Lily, I know you know how to get over here, Lily. I think you just want to be there because nobody can see your text. Shame on you. Is all I got to say. But you can catch all the shows. I'm on Mondays. Well, probably after August 2nd, we won't have that show. But anyway, you can find us on Mondays on Paranormal Talk. Usually there'll be 4 or 5 hosts there. I'm on Wednesdays on UFO Undercover, which lately has been politics. Well, it hasn't been UFO Undercover when we do politics, but usually that's where it's at. And then tonight, we're usually doing the Centralists. Tonight we do Science and Beyond. We do different shows with different guests because really this isn't a political show. It is really about what we're talking about tonight. and it's just four of us hanging out, chit chatting about what's coming up because we're gonna laugh at y'all when we win. We're gonna go woo woo woo. Shh, you gotta be polite. I will win like this. Hi, thank you for the award. Thank you very much.
I want whatever you're on. Just saying.
I second that.
I do. You're having too much fun.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's got too much adrenaline from working today.
We're in the future. It's going to be Saturday in 15 minutes, so I'd love some.
So anyway, guys, be sure to check out all the shows. I mean, Wednesday's a great night because I'm on first, and then the girls follow right behind me. They do a fabulous job. That audience between those two shows can run anywhere from 3 million to 4.5 million listeners. It's a really good night. That's why the shows are sponsored. Lots of people come in. Lots of people get in trouble and call in. And hopefully the StreamYard, the business version, will have a call-in feature, so y'all can call in because I did see a couple people ask me for a number tonight. I know y'all are used to the other one, the 783, 737, 737. Yeah, but no, you can't use that one tonight. We got to be in Skype to use that. Well, maybe they might be putting a Skype interface in, so maybe that'll happen.
We don't have call-ins on our show.
Yeah, and then they don't let anybody. They don't even take questions. They give you the bird if you try to bug them.
No, we take
Especially
questions.
Amelia, man. She'll do that all like, "Shoot!" But you gotta watch her. She is evil, man. Just evil.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. They do a great show.
She's a princess. She's not evil.
Yeah, she's a princess. That's true. And
I know my hairband looks a little bit like a tiara right now, but it's a hairband, honestly. It's not a tiara. Although my brothers would tell you I've got one built in.
I agree with them. But Thursdays are Chasing Prophecy, Red Pill News, and of course the Outer Realm, and then Spaced Out Radio closes out for the night, so you can check them out. Friday we're here. There's a couple of early shows, but that's usually daytime shows, and then they're syndicated, by the way, and then it opens up with Church of Mavis. What did you hold on, Joseph? Well, and then they open with Church of Mavis, and then whatever shows are here on Friday night here in this slot. It could be this show, it could be the Centralist, or it could be Paranormal Talk. It just depends on what's going on. So they flip flop around. But we usually broadcast them fairly early, so followed by Quantum Leap with Kathy Belsky, of course, followed by Spaced Out Radio. Saturday is a private day. If you want to catch the Gray Zone Uncensored, it's 5 to 7. It's the only time you're going to hear it. It won't be back on pay-per-view for about a couple of weeks, probably 2 or 3. But when it's back, we'll let y'all know, and y'all can go on. We're only going to put it on YouTube. They're there to help YouTube grow. It was doing a great job on the other YouTube channel until YouTube, anyway. Just a place you're going to be able to find. I was going to put them on Podbean, but I decided not to. And by the way, Podbean does quite well, except for us four.
Funny enough,
our audience is on.
It irritates the daylights out of me. We're on. So I look at these 10 archive sites out of the 150 we're on, and they're our primary sites. Podbean's a good company. We do about 3 million downloads a year with them, and about 10 million plays, give or take, 15 million, something around there. And we get our butts whipped every month. I don't know who listens over there, and I don't want to isolate anybody, but shame on you damn people. Lord. You can ask Michelle, I'm reading our shows the other day. I'm like, what the? I'm insulting everybody right now. I mean, it's ridiculous.
We're a little hurt. Just saying, we are a little hurt.
We are kicking butt in the live shows on SoundCloud, on Spotify, and iHeart, on iTunes. But Podbean's like, it's like they give you the Italian thing. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man.
I don't know what the Italian thing is. It's kind of scary.
Amelia's like, Italian thing. Oh, what's that?
What's that? I'll have to show you what my grandpa used to show me. But it's just sad we get whooped up so bad on Podbean. I just don't get it. I might get rid of Podbean because of this, people. It's a good thing it pays me good money every month. It'd be going bye-bye. I don't really know why, but it's an interesting. And what's the question, Joseph? You said answer my question. Is it up? Did I have to scroll up to find it? Facebook is bad. It's evil. I don't see no question, old man. Post it again so I can see it, and I'll answer it. No, I didn't. I haven't seen one. So, Rob Bud Spirit. I'm not even going to answer that. That just looks like it could be bad news. But you can catch all of us. I mean, we're all here. Everybody's here. It's a good. I can't even speak English tonight. It's a good bunch of shows. Everybody's happy. We're always in good moods when we do our shows. John does a fabulous job every week. It's a very professional show. I'm sure Amelia standing behind going, John, no, I'm just teasing. And then the girls do a great job.
Emily, not you.
Oh, I thought he said me. I'm like, what?
Well, I was talking about it. You better not be standing behind John. I'd be really worrying then. Oh, you misspelled it.
Hey, that's some astral projecting.
I know.
Over with familiar with Diamond Publishing.
Yeah, that's a question for you guys. Are you guys or ladies familiar with Diamond Publishing?
Diamond is the for comics.
You're talking about Diamond, the comics publishing? Dex?
They used to be the Monopoly public. Yes, but
Yeah.
no more.
No more, correct. Yeah, Diamond's, when we were first starting to do Stories from the Golden Age, which we were doing like in 2008, 2009, we were looking at Diamond, and then they kind of like so many other comic publishers started to become known, and their comics get better and better and better. So now it's just very, very dispersed. Publishing in general has really changed a lot. Where with the independent publishing, you've got a lot of small publishers now that the whole system has changed. When you get the big houses, you'll get like 10 to 15% royalties. But on the small houses, the small independents, you'll split like maybe, it's not 50-50, but maybe 45% to the author, 55% to the publisher. And you have to like really hustle on it, but you can make a lot of money that way. But that's how a lot of this is going now for comics, graphic novels. A lot of the, I guess you call it dead authors who don't have contracts now with the big houses they used to have will go through smaller houses, and their estate will be able to handle keeping their books in work, their books in print. And so that's a common thing right now, and it's getting more and more popular. And because of what's happening now with Amazon, with ebooks, it's so easy to get your ebook up. It actually creates a bit of a problem because a lot of that filter that you used to have going through a publishing house is no longer there. So you can go on there and get anything, and some of it's good and some of it's just actual trash, because it's not properly edited. It's like stream of consciousness, and it's not good. So it's actually a bit of a disservice not having that editor line. You don't have to have a big house, but that's one thing you're guaranteed when you have the big houses. So it's changed quite a bit. And then now, this coming week, I'll be interviewing the president of Audio Publishers Association, and with that, it's changed a whole lot in the industry. So we're going to talk about how to get your book published as an audiobook, which ways to go on it. And I have the editor of Audiophile Magazine talking about the whole history of audiobooks coming up 2 weeks after that. So anyway, maybe that's more than what you just asked for, but anyway, there you go. That's what we all got from that one comment question.
I love audiobooks, and I crochet a lot, and just because you sent me that book, and just being able, knowing that next time I pick up that hook and I can put that on, love it. I love it because I can listen and just, do two of my favorite things. And I love the whole theater aspect of it, that old radio kind of.
Well, these stories were all written in the 30s and 40s and a little bit in the early 50s. Yes. And so the popular form of entertainment then was radio theater. So we decided let's emulate that. So we have the 21st century sound technology, because we had like 150,000 sound effects we pulled from. And what was interesting is that if we didn't have the sound effect, we created it. Mm-hmm. So I remember when one of my trips to New York, I came with the sound engineer, and he recorded the taxis on Fifth Avenue. We went down and recorded the subways, different sounds in New York. So when we had the stories that L. Ron Hubbard wrote, the mysteries that took place in New York, we had all the sound effects for it then that were the proper sound effects. And especially working in radio, that the value of sound to stimulate the video, your mental picture. And so by having the right sound, so it's not just a gunfire, if the story says it's a Winchester rifle, then that's what we used. If it's a Sharps, then it was a Sharps. If it's a pistol, then whatever it was, it's not just, if he defined what it was in the story, that's the sound effect that we had. Mm-hmm. And even when we got to our science fiction and the space stuff, if we had the aliens or anything alien, it was put a different filter on it. So it sounded more computer generated. And then the earthy sounds of the people that the humans were just regular voice like this. So you could tell the difference, and it was just made very subtle, but it helped to create that imagery in your mind, which is so important with stories, that people be able to still have an imagination. But that's what these audiobooks help to, it adds that extra dimension to it. And we have so many great compliments. And like you experienced Michelle on that Fear audiobook. And then you've had a little bit of Amelia, and Joe's talked about several times on the audiobooks that you've been listening to.
Yeah, I actually quite enjoy them. King Ding, sorry, I'm probably saying it wrong. King Ding says, "Good morning from Singapore. I've been an avid fan of L. Ron Herbert's books for about a decade now, and thank you for telling me where I can find them." Well, good morning.
That's great.
Good morning. What time is it over there? What was that?
GalaxyPress.com is where you can find them.
Yeah.
GalaxyPress.com. 11:55 a.m. Well, sure, yes, it is morning over there. Well, happy morning to you too. Sure, be morning here in a different way in a little while. Now, I mean, they're going partying after they leave here. I see them the other night, all decked out. Looked like they were dancing or something.
There's a question there for John and Emily.
Yeah. So you want to know about minimal words? So yeah, for the writers of the future, if there's not a minimum, there's a maximum of 17,000 words. So to enter to the Writers of the Future contest, it's up to 17,000. They average 3,000, 5,000, maybe up to 10,000. But it's you can write a story as one page if it's really amazing. It's very rare that it won't win, but just with the amount of great stories that come in right now. But there's no minimum.
And you can also, when you go to writersofthefuture.com, Joseph, we've got other things too, like you can enter the contest, and there's the online writing workshop, which we mentioned, but there's also a forum you can join, and there's a lot of our judges, and there's other past winners, and a lot of aspiring writers that will help you just if you want to share your story with them, and they'll help, critique for you and give you their comments on it. And one of the things too about writersofthefuture.com is if somebody's in there and starts harassing somebody else, they are actually banned from the site. That's not allowed in there. It's all got to be positive. There's enough negative outside. So inside there, it's like, how can you tell somebody? You can always tell somebody if it's not right, but you can tell them in a good way. You don't have to tell them this sucks. You can just say, okay, well,
here's what you can do better.
Yeah. And that's what it's about. And just keep on working, and then eventually you're going to get good on it.
Which is a lot better than social media, because you don't get the support system. You get a lot of just hacking. And I've known people, who are writers who have gone there to join with writers in writer communities just to try to get some feedback. And you have good people in there, obviously, but there's also a lot of competition in there. And they're not always so willing to tell you what they know. You look at even some of the real popular writers out there, they never really tell you how they got started. They'll give you a little bit about their humble beginnings, but they will not tell you how they got started. So it's great that your site has that forum, and that's what it's about. People coming forward saying, no, this is how you do it. This is how I did it. The do's, the don'ts, all of that, the words of encouragement, everything. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I just interviewed Kathleen Kurtz today, who's international best-selling author. She's got like probably 10, 15 New York Times bestsellers. We went through piece by piece exactly what she did to make it, and all the different steps. She loves it, and that's our judges love it too. And Orson Scott Card said, "I love this contest. I like to read, so I'm going to be able to have a cause point over having some good stuff to read." So there's no competition, with this contest at least.
Which is
the publisher didn't have that, and the judges don't have that.
Yeah.
Real quick, let me throw this in. Muhammad Khalid Lexor from Egypt puts 4 hearts, claps his hand, and does this, and says, "Well, let me know when you're in next time you're in Egypt, Michelle."
I shall. I love Egypt. I've been to Egypt. You got it.
Yeah, I guess I'm saying it right. Yeah, he's got a bunch of hearts up there. Well, thanks. I'm glad you liked the show. I know we got to get out of here.
He likes Michelle.
Apparently he likes Michelle too, but he said he likes the shows too.
And I just happen to love Egypt. So
she does.
Yeah, it's a great place. I'd love to go hang around. It
is beautiful.
What time? I'm on this kick. What time in the morning? Or what time is it over there? I should say.
It's Saturday.
6 a.m. 6 a.m. on the 17th. That's what he wrote. 6 a.m. on the 17th.
Yeah, it's Saturday.
Well, welcome to the world. We're glad you're just waking up and listening to us. Well, I guess we're good mornings. All them giggles tonight must have gave you a headache. Alec, Patrick, and Peter James, we're not going to be able to get into y'all's questions tonight. Sorry. We'll get into them to another night. Rachel or Martell. Is that how you say that? I thought that was Rachel Maddow. I got ready to kick you off my page. But anyway, we're not.
Again.
Hey, the woman paid me big money not to publish her interview.
Okay, I said, talking about guests.
But yeah, she wasn't a guest. Well, I guess she was a guest. Anyway, we got to get out of here. But to everybody who was in the Pal Talk and in the Messenger, we're glad. Really try to migrate over so these girls don't drive me crazy. Really. Some of y'all haven't seen some of y'all over there. Who posted to alienenigma.org? I haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, yeah, it exists. It's there. It serves a purpose. It was there. I put it there before I did any. It was my very first website. It was a long time ago. It was 24 years ago. And I posted it up there because if I ever said something that happened to me personally, I didn't want people to say I was jumping on a bandwagon ride. So 20 years later, I can say what I want. And they say, oh, no, you know. I said, no, go look at the website. Yeah, that's what it's there for. So anyway, I want to thank all of y'all for tuning in. Everybody who's been in the chat, everybody who's been in all three of the chats. It's a great night. I'm glad everybody was behaving, not too much jibber jabber, not too much drunkenness. By the way, one of the reasons we don't take calls on Friday night is because half the time when y'all call in, y'all are a little bit tipsy. Like the girl that called in and was telling the other girl how much she loved her on air. That was just hilariously funny.
Alcoholics.
So, just because it's Friday night, especially since COVID, I know you have a bunch of alcoholics now too. So,
Oh my
what is that?
Because we drive you crazy. That goes two ways.
That's good. Yeah, wine's good. I don't mind a little glass of wine.
No, Joseph loves his wine. We do
Actually,
too.
what's her name? She does a song. Well, before we go, why can't I remember this woman's name? She's fairly famous. I love that song she does. I ain't gonna be able to remember that either. I said it. Next time I'm on, I'll post that. It's a little raspy, jazzy kind of song. It's you turn me on, you turn me off, but you're the only one who can turn me back on. But while she's talking about, she said she's waiting for new fresh ice cubes and stuff. It's just very, very New Orleans, very jazzy song. She actually has quite a few big songs to her credit. This is just not one of them.
You're just having a brain toot, Joe. You'll be okay.
Yes, it is. It's called Old Age. Excellent. Good night, everybody. Y'all all stay tuned. Be sure to check out Writers of the Future on Mondays and Sundays. Be sure to check out The Outer Realm on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Be sure to check out all of my shows, whenever I happen to be on the air. I do post everywhere, so you can find us. And for everybody who's writing in from Google tonight, yes, I know advertisement does work. On that note, good night, and stay tuned for The Crazy Person. No, just kidding. John, anything before we go? You want to say any parting words before we get out of here? I'll give y'all 2 minutes.
Thank you very much for letting us be on the show again, and we really are sincere about wanting to win this contest.
Yes, we are. we were playing around a lot tonight. But
Vote.
Yes,
it is. And but anyway, we got to get out because we got to let the next show come on. But guys, thanks for everybody hanging out. I know y'all were like, "What is Joe on crack tonight?" No, Joe's just working a lot. But be sure to go out and vote. Really, everybody's worked hard. There's nobody in this group here that hasn't worked hard. Everybody's worked hard. Even Emily's worked hard. Yes, I'm just saying. She keeps. How do you think John looks good all the time? I'm telling you, it's work. It just takes work to make us guys look good. But anyway, on that note, we're going to get out of here. Please stay tuned for Quantum Leap and be sure vote. Good night.